Hello everybody, we're here still on day 2 at Bio 2025 and I'm in the Bear booth with a very important executive from AskBio. Hello Tracy.
Hello, thanks so much for speaking with me today.
Yes, it's very kind of you. Tracy and I actually got to meet each other at a very special event in Spain. You want to explain how we met?
Yes, we were there. I happened to be there in Spain for some meetings, and it was on Rare Disease Day. So we got to partner with ViralGen to really focus on what we can do for patients in the rare disease space, which is a passion of ours.
Okay, I have a few questions I thought we can go through, lightning round questions that kind of just give us a sense of what you guys are doing here at Bio 2025. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, let's do it. What's one word that you might use to describe the biotech industry as it is right now?
Changing. Yeah, there's a lot of changes happening throughout the world, and those affect the biotech industry as well, whether it's regulatory, where funding sources are coming from, the types of science that people are interested in, and patient needs.
Is Boston still the center of the biotech universe, or is that map starting to shift? Because here we are in Boston. The next couple of years, Bio is actually going to move to California, and then I think at one point it's even going to be in Chicago. So what do you think about Boston right now?
You know, I think that Boston has been, for the recent past, the biotech center of the world. And I'm from Philly, and so Philly, I'm sure, would like to say something different, particularly about cell and gene therapy. There have been headwinds in biotech, and they have hit Boston, but still I think that they really had such an enormous presence that even some hits still probably have them in the lead. But what's been great is growth in other areas as well. What's
one trend that you're excited about and that you think might be overhyped? So one thing that might be exciting and one thing that might be overhyped.
I think one thing that might be overhyped right now, because we don't have the data and examples behind it, is our ability to move things faster and get approvals faster. We're talking a lot about regulatory approvals being faster, acceleration, but I think seeing them in action and continuing to see more cases will turn it from a trend or something that's hyped into reality. In terms of what I'm really excited about, I'm going to say something specifically in gene therapy, which is where AskBio is focusing its efforts, AAV specifically. I love to see the use, both at AskBio and at other companies, of AAV gene therapy for rare and also common diseases. You know, historically, it was really a monogenic, rare disease approach, and for us at AskBio, our 2 lead programs are pathway diseases with Parkinson's and heart failure. So it's really exciting to see this technology and the broader potential applications to reach more and more patients and diseases.
I love that mission. It's really, really good. Of course, we share that too. In your opinion, what's more powerful, great science or great storytelling?
I think you need both. A story with no facts behind it or reality won't stand the test of time. But if you can't have your data and your science mean something to patients in the end, then it won't go anywhere. There's no value in it. And so I really think you need both. I think the backbone has to be the data and the science, but then you have to be able to explain it to people, because what we're doing is so novel and unique. People need to understand it in terms that make sense to them.
Yeah, I would like to say that the science is the how and the story is the why.
You've done this before, huh?
No, I actually just came up with that just now. That was good?
Yeah,
she liked that one. That was good. What's a buzzword that you've heard way too many times this year? We're only in the halfway point, of course, but what kind of things are you hearing that you're like, oh my gosh, way too much?
It's going to go back to the same thing about the trend that I think is overhyped, and I think it's the word acceleration. Yes, everybody wants to accelerate, always. And we're all talking about it, and investors are talking about it, but I just think we need to see more proof that it's possible and how it's going to be done and what that looks like. It's great to do regulatory, but how about commercial pickup by patients, supply chain, all of those things? We would love to see it accelerated, and I'd love to see more examples of it as well.
What's one reason that you're glad that you made it to Bio this year? I mean, coming to Bio every single year, and actually you said this is not something you usually attend, correct? So give us a little insight about why you thought it would be important to come to Boston in 2025.
If I'm being truly honest, I think for gene therapy, we have ASGCT, ESGCT, meeting on the Med, meeting on the Mesa. Those are so cell and gene therapy focused that I'm always putting that in our plans, and JPM. And bio is something that's outside of that core, and so it just depends. This year, it was an easy flight from Philly, not expensive, and so it was good to check it out again, because I don't usually do this. And I have to say, I've been so incredibly pleasantly surprised. I also, part of this badge was going into sessions, which were really wonderful. The AI sessions were right on things that we're talking about and trying to learn more about. Having the FDA come and speak here, I mean, it's incredible. And the people who are here. So I'm finding it actually much more relevant than I ever thought. And it might now go into our annual planning.
Kudos to the curators of bio. You guys are doing a good job. There's still more to learn. What's the best piece of advice that you have heard or have given to bio? And I'm thinking, really also those that are just getting into the industry that they might like to hear.
What I really think is partnering is great, and there is so much partnering focus, but I think that the value of coming to bio is beyond that. I think that we can learn things from these sessions. That's at least my takeaway for myself also, is that taking a minute to not just fill every second with a partnering meeting, but to also take advantage of things that we can learn and trends in the industry, I think will help us all operate better when we go back.
So if you're going to be at these shows, you really should bring a partner in crime to help you kind of at least triangulate around those goals that you want to be here to actually still learn something and not just be here, as you said, just to network and just to sell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I wish I had brought someone else.
Yeah. Maybe next year. What's keeping your team motivated in this really kind of changing, evolving, uncertain, if you want to use that word, market? What do you think?
I think the progress that we're making, at AskBio at least, we have several clinical programs where we're enrolling, and we are so excited to be in the clinic and to be seeing how we can really hopefully reach patients and provide some solutions. And so working really hard and in a really focused manner to make progress, and then seeing that progress, it's just so motivating because all your commitment feels worth it to move things forward. So I'm really excited about that for us at AskBio. And it matters. It matters to people. We just had a town hall last week, and one of our programs is in Pompe, and a patient with Pompe came and talked to us, and it just reminds you that no matter what you do at one of these biotech companies, everyone is helping us do things faster, better, safer for these patients. And so, feeling that, seeing that, it's motivating and inspiring.
So what's one thing that your company is doing that more people should know about?
The focus on patients is critical in the way in which we're doing things. We have excellent people, and many companies do. We have excellent science, which is great. We are end-to-end, so we control our own destiny from the beginning through commercialization. But what's driving us all uniformly is our commitment to patients and to that end game. And I think it all helps us stay committed to one another, to collaborate, to get the right results for the right reasons. Mm-hmm. So I think that how of what we're doing, not just the what that we're doing, is really important.
Okay, why don't you give us the reason as to why the company is called AskBio?
Yeah, so it was started as Asclepios Biopharmaceuticals Inc., and we actually just did a name change this year because it was too long for people to pronounce and to spell out. But Asclepios is the Greek god of incurable diseases. And so, when you think about gene therapy, trying to treat those things that were once potentially uncurable. That's what everybody's on a mission to do.
Okay, well, if you're still here at Bio this week, this is again just day 2. Hope you can have a chance to stop on by the Bayer booth and see Tracy. Tracy, this has been fabulous. I hope you have a great show. Thank you so much for taking the time, and it was good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Okay, bye everybody.